welcome to this week's episode of Mobile with the Guru. This is your host, Ricky Cadden, Symbian Guru, and today we've got one really cool thing to talk about and a couple of kind of cool things to talk about, so we're going to dig right in. First up, yesterday Google announced the Latitude service, which ties in with Google Maps Mobile and basically is social location sharing for all your friends. So I've got it loaded up here on my Nokia N79, and basically the way this works is Google Latitude ties directly in with Google Maps Mobile. In fact, it's fully integrated, and that's the only way you can use it on your phone. It's for all smartphones, so the Java client for S40 and other feature phones is not supported yet. I'm sure they'll do that soon. But basically, this gives your current location, and it broadcasts it to your friends. Now that sounds kind of creepy at first, but there's some really nice privacy controls that you can change straight on your phone that let you specify which friends can see your location, and of those, you can specify some friends can see your exact locations, whereas others just get to see what city you're in. So Google's definitely been thinking about the privacy issue and the concerns that people are going to have with this, and have been working on that. Basically, you can get a list of all of your friends, and you can update your status on here, kind of like Twitter or Facebook, and those kind of services where you can tell people what you're doing. You know, I'm eating breakfast or taking a shower or whatever. And so you can see everybody's status. You can set a profile picture so it's easier to find your friends. And you can change your location manually also. So if you want to tell people that you're in Africa when really you're in Dallas, you can do that, which is kind of neat. I'm not quite sure what the actual use scenario would be of that, as far as any like actual honest uses of that feature, but it's kind of cool nonetheless. So definitely very exciting. I like to see what Google's doing with smartphones and with location. There's not a whole lot of innovation going on with location-based services on cell phones right now. I mean, the most obvious example, we've got Google Maps, and it's got ads in there, and different location-based services will pop up a coupon or whatever. But there's no real actual use of this being used to kind of help me out. It's more about how somebody else can use my information, my location, to further their goals, whereas I want something that's going to help me do something. And we've talked about it here on the show, the one service that does that, and I cannot remember what it's called for the life of me, so I'm probably going to cut this out. So there's a lot of innovation going on with cell phones and location-based services, but not a whole lot helping me do things that I want to do. So I'm anxious to see where Google goes with this and kind of how they open it up and everything. I'm also anxious to see what Nokia is going to be doing, because they've got their Nokia Maps and they're very focused on that, and they're really pushing to improve it. But it's still, the search is slow, it's kind of expensive, and it's just not, especially when compared with Google Maps Mobile, it's really hard to justify Nokia Maps. So I'm anxious to see what Nokia does. The other cool thing that I want to talk about, and this one's not quite as cool as Latitude, but very cool nonetheless, is Media Monkey. Media Monkey is a desktop music management application, basically, that has completely replaced Winamp, iTunes, Windows Media Player, all that kind of stuff, specifically for syncing with my S60 powered phone. So basically what it does is Media Monkey brings in all of your music. It can be MP3s, it can be Ogg Vorbis, it can be FLAC, AAC, whatever you want it to be. Brings it all into one place for you, like most of the other ones do. But it also has some really advanced tagging and file management systems within it. So you can batch organize all of your music. You can even connect with Amazon to pull down album information, such as the artist, the tracks, the track numbers, album art, and you can embed that album art in your MP3s. The result of which is, with S60 anyways, you get this really nice album art shown with your music while you're listening to it. I personally think it's kind of stupid, because you're really not going to look at your phone while you're playing music. And if you do, it's just like a static image. Like, it's not, a cool visualization or anything like that. But I know a lot of people think that it's really fancy, so I just want to show that it does it. And it plays really nice. Basically, with Media Monkey, when you synchronize, you can set up auto playlists for a full experience, a full desktop mobile synchronization experience. For instance, when I plug my N79 into my computer with Media Monkey running, it automatically connects and automatically synchronizes 4 playlists to my phone. They're all 4 based on genres, and they are tracks that I have not listened to in the past 30 days, of various sizes depending on which genre I want to hear more. One of them is 3 gigabytes, one of them is only 1.5 gigabytes. I could also specify a length of time for the playlist, so if I wanted an hour's worth of music that I hadn't listened to out of the light rock genre, it can do that really, really easily, really, really quickly. So I'm definitely a huge fan. It'll also let you reorganize your tunes on your computer. So the subdirectory hierarchy that you have set up, you can adjust that and have it automatically filter all your MP3s or whatever into the appropriate folders, which is very, very cool. So it's free to try MediaMonkey, and most of the basic features are included in the freeware. The gold version is $40, which is kind of expensive for music software, but you get free upgrades for, as long as the program's being updated, apparently. And it's really, really worth it. With the gold version is when you're going to get the auto playlist, the advanced tagging, and the features that you really need to make it a good product. So definitely check that out. We've got a full review on SymbianGuru.com. It's completely replaced all the other music organization applications that I was using. So highly, highly recommend it. The other thing that we've got going on today, and this is kind of from this morning, is a new Samsung phone, and this is completely unsubstantiated at all. There's no, it's basically a touchscreen phone. All touchscreen, it has 3 buttons on the bottom. That's really all we know, and that it's Samsung. But I've got a really sneaky suspicion that this is going to be the first non-Nokia S60 powered touchscreen phone, and it looks to be pretty cool from the rumored specs on it. It's got supposedly has an 8 megapixel camera, can record in high definition, and has HDMI output, which is all very, very cool. So I'm really anxious to see Samsung stepping up in the S60 arena and really putting out some really quality hardware. So hopefully that's going to be announced at Mobile World Congress, which is in only like 2 weeks. But we really don't know for sure when it's going to be announced, because it's totally, even the name is the i8910, which also hints at it being S60, since the i8510 was a previous 8 megapixel slider. So the naming convention really strongly suggests S60. The design suggests S60, so we're going to have to wait and see. But Samsung has been making a bigger push into the S60 arena, so that's definitely going to be a phone that we want to keep an eye on. Hopefully there will be a version with US 3G, which is 850, 1900. Highly doubt it, but that would be really, really cool. So we've also seen more pictures of the E75, which is an unannounced Nokia E-series. It's a candy bar with a slide-out QWERTY keyboard. I really like, from all the pictures that we've seen thus far, which are unofficial of course, it has the new S60 5th edition icons, which is very cool because it could be the first non-touchscreen S60 5th edition, which would be very neat to see, given the icons, or they could have just put the icons on Feature Pack 2. Either way, I really am strongly thinking that this phone is going to replace pretty much all my other phones, especially the E71 though. I'm a big fan of the T9 and QWERTY in the same phone. So having them in a slide-out QWERTY format is going to be really, really cool. Again, we really don't know when that's going to be announced. Hopefully at Mobile World Congress, but we never know. One thing that I've noticed though is that Nokia doesn't seem to care when their E-series products leak at all. The E71 was leaked like 4 months before it was officially announced. There was full hands-on reviews, live pictures, etc. This E75 was even pictured in a video, months ago, and it's not been announced, and now there's live pictures, high quality. These aren't, taking a picture with your Razr camera phone pictures at all. These are very nice, high quality pictures. So anxious to see that. Even the E63, which is kind of a ho-hum phone, was sent out to bloggers a day early. A little slip up, but something you don't see happening with N-series phones at all. So again, I'm anxious to see what Nokia is doing with their E-series, and I'm really anxious to see the E75. So that's all we've got for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this new layout a little bit. I'm experimenting with iMovie today, so please let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, have a great day. We've got 2 phones coming in this week that'll be in next week's episode, so you'll definitely want to tune in for that. They're going to be really cool. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.